What's up, witches? Celeste the Silver Cord here. Raw and unfiltered this morning. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked the Chiron story. If you didn't see it, it's a video I did yesterday for the Chiron retrograde. I didn't get into all the numbers and everything specific about it because Chiron is a very small asteroid with an irregular orbit. So it's not that it's a huge thing, but it's definitely one of those undercurrent things. So I think it is important that people understand that the planetary bodies are named after gods for a reason. They do put out energy. It's part of the universal collective consciousness, as far as I'm concerned. Remember, of course, as always, all of this is my own personal delusions, remember? So, today we have Mercury finally going direct. It'll be about 4:30 this morning. It went direct for Eastern Seaboard. It's the fourth quarter of the moon. And, yeah. So, this weird thing happened last night, right? All the tension and everything from like the home inspection I was having, and yes, it happened on a Saturday. They are so backlogged, it's not even funny. This home inspection, everything's done, right? So yesterday, there was nothing anybody had to do, right? Nobody had to do nothing. Nobody else came over. It's been quiet. My daughter's been hanging out at her other Nana's house because my little niece's 13th birthday party is today. She was born on Friday the 13th. But yeah, so we're just hanging out, and then someone comes over and goes, "It's so weird. I'm bored." And we were giggling, we were laughing, we were talking about stuff. We were talking about Chiron and different energies going about and all that. And Rob's been interested in trying to think of what he would like to do. He said he would like to do some videos and things like that too, and what he would like to do. And then this person comes over. I'm bored. Yeah, I know. And we're like, isn't it great? Isn't it great? Doesn't it feel so nice now? The big drama part's done. Da 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 da. Now we know how everything works. Whatever. And then she immediately goes, I'm just worried about this, and I'm just worried about that, and I'm just worried. And he starts, of course, she attacked him. I'm worried about him, his record, his da-da-da, his blah, 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 blah. I'm like, he's got nothing to do with any of this. As long as you keep your fucking mouth shut, we're fine. I'm like, I don't understand. You were bored, and then you came over here and caused the problem. And then, of course, immediately he starts going into his whole story about what happened and, how it went down with, how the guy who he got into it with even said he didn't want to press charges and da-da-da-da, and then his mama did all that. And but my mom's like, oh, you don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to defend yourself. You can't keep constantly attacking someone and calling them a problem and then turn around and go, oh, no, I'm benevolent. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying. I think, I'm just worried. And it's like, why are you projecting that bullshit on people? She did. And then she got mad at me when I snapped back and said, why are you doing this? And she stomped out of the house. And then sure enough, big old negative energy dump in my apartment runs back to hers. Probably went and called my sister and complained about how she can't talk to me That's the big thing. I'm a huge bitch. Nobody can talk to me. I have poor communication skills, and I don't know how to talk to people. And I find that hysterical, because literally people pay me to do nothing but talk to them. But I've got poor communication skills. You know, and it took a few minutes, you know, and that's the thing. Like, people are so fucking benevolent with their, like, especially those really anal retentive signs. They're the ones that are like, oh, just don't let emotions control you. Da 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 da. Look at me, I'm so calm. I can control my emotions. No, you don't have any. There's a difference. When you don't feel nothing, oh yeah, it's real easy to say I'm in control of my emotions. But not having emotions is not being in control of them either. Just saying. Yeah, it took us a minute to reel back from that. But we did. We did. And we eventually, you know, and then we went back to a pleasant night. But yeah. Everybody's gonna have to deal with these rocks and waves and da 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 with people and everything else in your lives. You know. You know. Hiding your true self. 14.5 conflict. I mean, it seems repetitive, doesn't it? The whole just be true to yourself, just be true to yourself, just keep standing in your truth. Just allow yourself to be bare in front of the universe, naked in front of the stars. 18 power of 9. See the moons? Opposites, right? Hiding your true self, and then you've got naked before the stars. A lot of us are like split, and I know this because I did this when I first started all of this. I was still with my second husband. I made all my extra witchy pages and my witchy groups and stuff like that. And I just distinctly remember one time he said it. He's like, I'm not married to your persona or whatever. He goes, I married you. He didn't want nothing to do with my witchcraft stuff or my spiritual stuff and stuff like that. And he wanted me to prioritize him over anything career-wise that I was doing. And truthfully, he wanted me to fail. And I know he did. Because it was this distinct time when I first started, I first started doing the full moon rituals. And I had no extra money to do any of this stuff. And, you know, I was like, all right, you know, I'll do group spells for the silver cord. And I'll do personal petitions for donations. You know, and the donations weren't that much. And it was just enough that I could buy the herbs and the candles and the oils and whatnot for the spells. Right? So that's all I was doing. I was getting those donations on the full moons, that I was using them towards doing the next ritual on the full moon. And then one day, and then I started doing the tarot readings, and I started, you know, drumming up a little bit more money, and I started doing more things. I started trying to make more jewelry, more things like that, more ideas of things that I could make and share and sell. And he hands me money to pay one of the bills, and he goes something along the lines of, after he hands me the money for the bills, he goes, I don't want you spending any of my money on your stuff. Oh yeah, I was already into the spell kits by this point too. And I never did. I never used his money for my stuff. I used my own money for my stuff to get started. I did it all on my own without his help. But that was the moment I realized he wanted me to fail. If it hit the point where I hit a month where I didn't make a profit, he would have let it crash. He would have just let the whole thing, everything that I've been working on, he would have just let it crash. And it wouldn't have mattered to him at all. He wanted me to fail. He wanted me 100% dependent on him so that I couldn't leave. It was the same thing with the teeth shit. Both him and my first husband backburnered my health, my teeth, my, confidence. Because why? Because with my teeth are jacked up, and I don't mind my gap. I love it. I love my gap. I mean, screw anybody who has anything to say about it. No, I'm not getting it fixed out of all the things I'm getting fixed. Why? My teeth got ruined from braces when I was 13. So, trying to remove the gap, My great-grandma had it. It's just, I don't know, it's part of me. I like it. If I don't have my gap, I whistle really, really loud when I talk too. And I developed a bad lisp. But that was a time in my life where, I was hiding my true self all the time. And I was saying things like, if people came over and they saw my weird stuff, I was like, oh, it's just the online persona and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Because I was trying to, I guess, appease him and his fucking family who were Christians. And, I mean, oh yeah, it was one of those, they loved me to death until we got divorced. And it was, I never liked her. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, they didn't like me. They didn't like me, but I wonder if their little prodigal granddaughter that they take care of now would be open to being such a big advocate for fair rights, for gays, had I not told her she was allowed to make up her own mind about what she thought Jesus would have said, instead of just listening to her Catholic school teachers who sent her to be brainwashed by. You know what she did after that? They had a dress down day at the Catholic school. And that child went in all gay pride rainbows. I've never been so proud of a 9-year-old before in my life. I thought that she was hysterical. Because she found out, one of her long-term family friends ended up being gay, and she was really upset about it. And then I had that little conversation with her, and we were in the car. My second husband was in the car with us, and he yelled at me. He goes, do you have to answer every one of their fucking questions? And I was like, ooh, yeah, I stepped on a toe, didn't I? And it wasn't that he didn't agree with me. He agrees with me on the point of Jesus. That was something we actually agreed upon. Jesus wasn't a prick who judged people by shit like that. Hung out in brothels and with lepers. That was his whole thing, was thou don't judge other people. But he was worried about me altering the program his mother had designed for her, sending her to Catholic school. But now they think she's so fucking wonderful because she does all this stuff for gay pride. It's like, how about you just stop sending her to schools that teach her that, they're all going to hell. And then she wouldn't have to be fighting shit when she's 9, 10 years old. All right. For those playing the home game, look at that. Earth Magic Fairies again. So, I'm looking at this as For real, go into nature, especially if you're in America right now. It's summertime. Find something to do outside. Get out into nature. Ground in. I tell you guys all the time, if you find yourself constantly being dragged into 3D bullshit and being, whatever, rocked by it, someone's coming over your house, dumping negative energy in it all the time, there's really nothing you can do too much about that. That's just them. They're just grumpy-ass fucking dragons that, for whatever reason, misery loves company. Get away from it. Go out in nature. Tune in to... Stop worrying about the 5D so much. Go out into nature and take a break in the 4D. So spend some time watching dragonflies and butterflies and things like that. And yeah. Take a breather so that you can think of who you really are. And then we are on the 4th quarter moon. So tonight is actually a good night if you would like to release anything. It's the last quarter of the moon. The light is draining. So this is a good time to go outside and ask the remaining of that energy of draining away the light to also clear away negative energy. Help you through negative cycles. Jack of Hearts reversed. Jack of Hearts reversed. 5 of Clubs. You know, someone is not speaking on who or what they love. That's what that reverse is. There's a message that should be going out. That's being bottled up. That's being hidden. It's part of your truth. And this is causing a lot of internal conflict for you. Boom. You have a soul connection that keeps making you cry. You want to go inside, boo? Let me put these guys inside real quick. All right. So where was I? Part of your truth is knowing who you love. I think that's funny considering I was just talking about gay pride and stuff like that. Definitely feels like I am picking up the energy of somebody in a closet of one form or the other. Either you're in love with someone you feel you're not supposed to be in love with, or you're in love with magic and all that, and your heart and your intuition is really calling you to these, to soul connections of that caliber, and you have some kind of internal guilt going on about that. So, which reminds me, there was one woman who came in for a reading once, and she sat down, she looked at me, and she was just like, nope, I'm so sorry, I'll still pay you for your time, I'll still pay for the session, but I'm sorry, I just can't, I was like, calm down, breathe. I was like, it was a huge step. I'm like, you called, you made the appointment, and you showed up. I'm like, those are all really big steps on your path. I was like, it's clearly this is something you're anxious about. And I was like, go on over to the main store. I was like, go talk to Susan. I said, she'll calm you down. And I was like, she'll probably have some crystals or something that you can use. I gotta get my hair off because it is hot. But I was like, she probably has some crystals or something that she could suggest to help you out. And, you'll be good. And then right on her way out the door, just as she was just about to pass and leave me, she looks at me and she goes, I think it's my mother. I think it's guilt from my mother. And I was like, it's a very good observation to start with. Like I said, that's just what I do. I pull out core wounds. I don't, so that people recognize them. So yeah, she didn't get a tarot reading, but she recognized that subconsciously her mother still controls her. You know, and she's trying to speak her truth. She's trying to come out of the spiritual closet there. Three of Swords. Someone's scared of causing heartbreak, disappointment. You're scared of disappointing someone. Or, of course, Three of Swords always comes with the connotation of third-party relationships. Some of you could be in love with someone who's in love with someone else. Ace of Pentacles, Earth energy. Now this goes back to the Earth Fire the Earth fairy magic here. You know, Earth magic is within this realm, and if you want to start manifesting within this realm, I mean, definitely go and spend some time chillaxing in the Earth 4D out in nature, and that's where you'll find your inspiration. Prince of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is reversed. See, now this is what I'm talking about. You don't want to hurt or disappoint anybody, but you definitely have a sense where you're really connected with the earth right now, and you have ideas on who it is that you want to be and what you want to build, but you are scared of the work it'll take. Of course, everything's going to take work. None of this stuff is easy. And everything takes effort. Everything takes effort. And it's okay to have setbacks and stuff like that, but you have to continuously keep moving forward and trying new things. And especially with, you gotta take pride in it. And you gotta put the effort in to do it right. You can't half-ass that stuff. Holy shit, I'm running out of time. Judgment. Don't worry about being judged for what it is that you're doing or what it is that you want to do or whatever it is. The importance is you speak your truth, you get it off your chest. I told you guys with the Chiron thing. Even if it's someone that you don't feel like you can talk to, you need to sit with and process those emotions, guys. That achievement. Win the award, accolade, or contract. You can't do anything if you don't get started. Love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. You want to attract that big love? You got to start moving on your path so you can open it up for them. Little luxuries. Generate luxurious experiences and surroundings. I've been telling you guys this too. Make sure that your surroundings are nice. Little things will help you. Little things to love yourself with, okay? You know, a necklace, a charm, a bath ritual, whatever. Give yourself some self-love. You know, take a walk in the woods on your own. Whatever. Go find some way to connect with nature and where you can see who you really are when no one else is around. All right, that's all the time I have this morning for you guys. Blessed be all those who walk these paths with me. If you like these, please like, share, subscribe, spank the bell. Email me below if you're interested in readings. I am open back up for personal readings. I love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.